in with the concealer, I'm spraying my brush with a little setting spray. This one's by Makeup by Mario. And I'm just gonna start stippling my brush in here. I have a very light hold on my brush in general. Honestly, for me, it doesn't typically matter if I hold it further up or further down. I just don't have a heavy hand in general. So when you're doing yours, kind of keep that in mind. If you have a heavy hand, you want to have more leverage, more of this. But if you have a light touch in general, just do what feels right. Now I'm going to feather this in to the complexion here. And we're going to come back to that. Keep that in mind. Now whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to stamp under here, kind of like in a light reverse contour fashion. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Now, this is how it looks. This is the blend. It's stunning. Now, I'm going to do this last actually because I have some thoughts about keeping that area really focused on where we intended for it to be, because a lot of times either it'll get blended out completely and look like you never did it, or it will look like it takes up too much space below the lip, and then it's not just your chin, it's like your lower face, which is not what we're trying to highlight necessarily. Essentially, we're trying to really bring forward what's already forward, typically the chin. And another way to think about it, if you feel like you have a recessed chin, is filler, right? So filler brings things forward, just as a brightening concealer does. We're doing the same thing, stamping with a lighter tone. So think of it that way. In spots where they naturally come forward, bridge of the nose naturally does, this naturally does, this naturally does, this naturally does, the filtral column naturally comes this way. So all we're doing is trying to take that baton that it's already given us of capturing that light and running with it, as opposed to creating something that's not there, which I also like to do, and there's no judgment here. So whatever your glam style, if you want to make something pop that other people don't want to, that's on you. But these are just some areas. And another way you might use this is if you think of a gorgeous spotlight, which is kind of harkening back to my roots as a makeup artist. You think about a gorgeous spotlight and what it does for the person standing in it. If you can make your makeup do the things that you feel like your ideal, most perfect light would do for your face and your face alone, we're gonna focus on that. Now, before I finish blending out that chin area, I'm gonna take this one. It has a little concealer on it, and I'm going to really focus on keeping it where it's supposed to be, because we don't want to brighten the entire area. As you, I'm sure, have noticed, on a lot of us at least, the filtral column, this area obviously comes forward, but the space in between kind of dips down a little bit, and then the spaces on the outside are more flat. So you want to give respect and honor those planes no matter what, right? Okay, so last thing we're doing is here. I have my foundation on my palette, and I'm just going to, very little, right? We're not taking a bunch, and I'm going to blend around. Before I touch the middle, I want to make sure that I blend the edges, I blend the seams, which is really what this whole video is about. It's about, yes, blending your concealer, but also making it seamless, putting things where they're supposed to be, and not getting everything muddy. Now at the end, I take this and lightly go over, because I don't want that stark brightness. I'm basically creating a veil over what we just did, and I'm going to do the same thing everywhere else. So try this next time you do your concealer blending, and let me know how it goes.